All right, guys, we are back. It's the movie club again. Boom, 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 boom. And we're here to talk about the second episode of For Life. All right, let's kick this thing off. What you got, Miyoshi?
So, look, I would be remiss if I didn't actually tell you that this story is loosely based off of Isaac Wright Jr., who's actively an attorney on the East Coast. And so a lot of these stories is fictitious, the family part, just current different events in the series, throughout the series. But this second episode was a kickoff to prison politics, how much Wallace had to pretty much show that he was in debt to these Nazi group members, and also how to still be the good person that he is trying to tell us that he is. This entire series, he's like, I did not do this. I was wrongly convicted. I want to get guys out, but I'm trying to prove my innocence and keep my integrity. So second episode was crazy because he was indebted to the wrong people with bad intentions.
What I enjoyed in this episode is that we get to meet a prison lawyer who we're all trying to figure out how the heck this happened, and we kind of get to meet the mentor. We kind of get to meet the person that was able to sponsor a lot of this and was able to educate this guy and kind of put the battery in his back to show him, or at least to tell him like he was able to do it. I thought that was a really cool aspect. I also like the family dynamic of this show a lot, and Aaron tries to push the envelope on one of his personal cases, and he gets shut down really bad, and he gets shut down really bad in front of his daughter, which I think is epic, because I think that raises the stakes on the pain times 1,000, because you can take a loss and tell everybody you did fine, but when you see that the person that's hopeful for you to make it, and they hear it for themselves that this really might not happen, I think it made for great drama, especially knowing that this young girl is pregnant. There's like all kinds of ramifications, and for them to end an episode like that, fantastic. You get a D for drama. I love it.
What I would say about like reality check type of thing, where you were kind of talking about the daughter and him in the courtroom, I think they wanted us to feel the reality a lot with a lot of the close-ups that they had on people's faces during certain times. When Wallace walked up to Knox's roommate and he finally understood, like, this guy knows, my sexual orientation. This guy knows. They like zoomed into his face when he was standing in that courtroom. Yeah, they were like, we know, we all know, we know what's up.
Totally.
And, like, Wallace was like that. But at the same time, in the courtroom, the director of photography was, again, zooming up. Like, you need to catch this defeat, his face of defeat in front of his child.
I liked what Miyoshi said about him just maintaining his integrity the whole time, because when you got down to it, you find out that the reason he took this case, or how he was talked into this case, was completely for the wrong reasons. And yes, he could have followed through with it, but then it would have kind of resulted in an outcome that would have been beneficial, however, not like morally right. Especially, and it was like nice to see that he was able to keep that and be like, yes, this could, like, I see how that would affect like the prison and everything, but that's not who I am. I'm not going to do this to that sort of person. And he was always just staying kind of on the right side of everything, which I really liked throughout the whole thing, because it did kind of, I feel like that also helped his like reputation, I guess, on both sides, because it did show that he has such like strong integrity and character, and he was doing something for the person he was representing, not for himself or anything like that.
I enjoyed the politics of the prison politics as well, because making the decision to pay off his debt and represent, what I think his name was like Joey Knox, was that his name? To represent Joey Knox, and how is that going to affect him with his group? And so kind of seeing that play out, how he has his friends who are trying to still be there for him, but I can't publicly be there for you because you're representing this enemy group. So I thought that was really interesting.
All right. Well, that was our recap on episode 2. Keep rocking with us. It's the Movie Club, and we are out.